Humans invented the boat 8,000 years before the wheel. We invented rope before the wheel. Woven cloth before the wheel. Sewing needles 50,000 years ago. We literally invented farming, planting, harvesting, bread, thousands of years before anyone thought to roll something on a circle. The wheel might be the most famous invention in human history, so why was it basically the last one we figured out? That's what this video is about. And the answer is weirder than you think. So, 300,000 years of modern humans. For almost all of that time, nothing rolls. If something heavy needed moving, you dragged it. Then someone improved dragging. The sled. 2 smooth runners, still no wheels. The Egyptians moved stones that weighed as much as 10 cars on sleds. They poured water on the sand in front of them to make it slippery. That was the cutting edge of moving stuff. Water on sand. And here's the twist almost nobody knows. When the wheel finally showed up, around 5,500 years ago, it wasn't for transport. It was a potter's wheel, a flat spinning disc, for making bowls. Humanity's first wheel didn't go anywhere, it just spun in place. The rolling kind, wagons, carts, came centuries later. The oldest physical wheel we've ever dug up is from a swamp in Slovenia, a bit over 5,000 years old. Wood, about this big, still has its axle. Now, why did it take so long? Because here's the thing everyone gets wrong. The hard part was never the wheel. Anyone can see a log roll. The hard part was the axle. Think about it. A rolling log carries nothing. To make a wheel useful, you need it to spin around something, freely, while that something holds up a heavy load. That means the axle has to be strong, perfectly round, and smooth. The wheel's hole has to fit it almost exactly. Too tight and it won't turn. Too loose and it wobbles apart. No metal tools, no measuring instruments, hardwood, stone tools, and your eyes. That's a precision engineering problem. In the Stone Age. It's why the wheel couldn't be invented a bit. It works completely or not at all. A 90% finished wheel is firewood. And the weirdness doesn't stop there. The Americas, Aztec, Maya, Inca, built pyramids, mapped the stars, did brain surgery, and never used the wheel for transport. But here's the kicker. They had wheels. We've found their children's toys. Little animals on 4 perfect wheels. They knew. They just had no horses, no oxen, nothing big to pull a cart. And their roads ran up mountains. So the wheel stayed a toy. The wheel only wins when everything around it exists. Flattish roads, strong animals, the harness. The wheel isn't one invention, it's a team sport. Which brings us to the most embarrassing fact in this whole story. We put a man on the moon in 1969. Wheeled suitcases were invented in 1970. 1 year after the moon landing, a guy named Bernard Sadow watched an airport worker roll a machine past him on a wheeled cart, while he dragged 2 heavy cases. And the light bulb went off. Airlines initially rejected it. Some stores wouldn't stock it. They said men wouldn't buy a suitcase with wheels. Real men carry. 300,000 years to invent it, 5,000 more to put it under our luggage. So the next time someone calls something the greatest thing since the wheel, remember, the wheel was late. Embarrassingly late. The real invention was the boring stick through the middle. And the patience to get it exactly right. That's one more machine filed. Machine kind.